Hello, welcome to this update for Europe. So we currently have this big storm ongoing there with a lot of snow in the Alps and also some parts of the Pyrenees and a lot of storms throughout Italy, the Balkans, and the heavy rain there in Austria, Czechia, and those areas. So let's see, this is the GFS model. It shows that snow continuing there today, more heavy rain through Poland, Czechia, Slovakia, and Germany. And then Saturday, tomorrow, still some heavier snow in the Alps there, even southern Germany. Throughout Czechia, some very heavy rain into northern Austria too. Then it still keeps the low pressure there by Sunday. Still some heavy rain throughout Germany, Czech Republic and Poland. And then finally it starts getting better a little bit by Monday. Still some rain there and some snow, but it starts getting better. And then by Tuesday shows the low pressure still spinning near Italy in the Mediterranean, still with some storms there in the Adriatic Sea, Italy, and even in Spain there. By like Wednesday the 18th shows more rain storms throughout Spain, the islands, and parts of Italy once again. And later we might have some more systems in the Atlantic, but that's like in the last week of September, that's too far out. So now let's focus on this storm. It shows, this is the European model now, it shows a lot of snow there in the Alps, and a lot of heavy rain in Austria, Czechia, southwestern Poland and Germany, and some storms in Romania today in the Balkans, especially Montenegro, Bosnia, Serbia there. Some heavier storms. But it shows like there in Austria, still some heavy snow through the Alps until tomorrow. More heavy rain in Slovakia, Hungary, especially Saturday into Sunday, the low pressure crosses Hungary, and then might have some snow in a mountain or two of Romania, in Austria there still, by Sunday into Monday, and the Europeans still showing some more heavy rain early on Monday in Austria, Slovakia and Czechia there, and some snow. Even later into Monday still keeps more rain there and snow, and then it finally gets better in those areas, but still with storms in the Mediterranean and Italy. This is next Wednesday, the 18th, still some storms in Italy, near Spain, and especially near Albania and Greece there. So this might be very stormy around the Mediterranean these next couple of weeks, specifically near Italy and the Balkans. So let's see, there in the north we have the low pressure in the Atlantic, some fronts there in the UK, some light rain at times and colder temperatures. Shows like near the west and southwestern UK might have some more rain, a storm or two. And then let's see, by Tuesday we might have a shower or two like next Wednesday, but the next big system isn't showing up yet. Maybe after September 22nd or something, but now it's mainly that front there and some gusty winds. So let's see what the other model showed. This is the ARPEG model, shows a lot of heavy rain today there in Austria, Czechia and Poland, even Hungary and Slovakia, and the snow in the Alps. Then it continues there until Saturday, tomorrow, shows a big low pressure there. Some heavy rain still throughout Slovakia and Austria, Poland, and even Ukraine and Moldova there. And the snow stays there in the Alps until like Sunday, still some snow and rain for Germany and Austria on Sunday and Czechia. Then it shows another round on Monday there of some more rain and snow, and it might dissipate around Tuesday, like I showed you in the European, or Wednesday. So let's see. There's the icon too. It shows all that heavy rain today there, so might be flooding a spot or two or many spots, so be careful. Shows still some heavy snow in the Alps, and then into Saturday, tomorrow, the low pressure spins there, more heavy rain throughout Slovakia, Hungary, and eastern Austria, especially in eastern Austria and Czechia, into Poland too, and more bands of storms in Ukraine and Moldova, especially Sunday. And then it shows this low pressure getting back to that area in Hungary and Austria by Monday, and more rain and snow there, and it dissipates on Tuesday finally. but still those storms in the Mediterranean, in Italy, Greece, and the Balkans there by next Tuesday, Wednesday. And we have to watch in Spain as well. So be aware there. Let's go back to the GFS to see some accumulations and stuff. So just until like Saturday, tomorrow, already show some very big amounts in Poland and Czechia and Austria. More than 100 millimeters in some areas. And if I put this until next Tuesday for the whole event, shows like close to 200 millimeters in Austria there, near Czechia a lot, more in Greece as well, Ukraine, Romania, even Turkey there, some more. So this might cause a lot of flooding problems, so please be careful there. There's the European until next Tuesday, also shows a similar thing, a lot of heavy rain and possible flooding throughout Austria, Czechia, Slovakia and Poland, especially in that area there. More through Hungary, Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia might have more rain, and some high accumulations in Ukraine there, and Moldova. So let's see, the ARPRED model shows very high in Austria too, throughout Czechia, western Slovakia, and southern Poland, very heavy. Shows, let's see, some in Italy, more in Albania, Montenegro, some heavy rain there, and throughout Moldova and Romania too. The rain part to the UK because of those fronts there, mainly in the north and west, in Ireland as well, Norway, and some showers in Spain in a spot or two. So let's see it in this other side because we can zoom to the accumulation. So until next Monday, the European model shows like, let's see, even up to 300 millimeters in parts of northern Czechia and eastern Czechia, some 300 millimeters as well. So this will cause flooding for sure, especially today, tomorrow, and again on Monday and Sunday. So for Austria, show like 200 millimeters. In the Alps, will mainly be snowfall, but in northern Austria, some heavy rain. In Vienna as well, close to 200 millimeters. And Hungary, a lot of rain as well. Let's see, 49, 50 millimeters. Might be higher in spots. Romania, 67, like almost to 70 millimeters and 80. Northwestern Slovakia, especially like western Slovakia, will be very heavy. And then those bands there in Moldova, Ukraine, close to 100 millimeters. And parts of eastern Romania too. So be aware there. More rain. And then this is until Monday. If I put this until next Wednesday, it shows more near Italy, Greece, some areas there, and in southern Poland too, near Czechia of course. So be careful there. Now the GFS shows a similar thing. You can see the area of higher concern for northern Austria, more than 200 millimeters. In Czechia, 160 or more. Let's see, 170 for southern Poland as well. So very dangerous rainfall. Southwest, southeastern Germany, more than 100 millimeters as well. So be careful there. 90 millimeters in other areas. And a little bit of rain central Germany, but nothing crazy. Shows more in Bosnia, Croatia, some 80 millimeters. Throughout Italy might have some heavier storms in a spot or two. For western Greece might have more as well. And that area near Turkey and Georgia might have some more concentration of storms too. So be aware. And also shows in Ukraine, Romania, and more in Moldova there. Now let's see if there's the icon here. Until Tuesday, the icon is really crazy. It shows like 300 millimeters, but it's a possibility, we never know. 200 millimeters throughout Austria, 300, so this will cause more flooding. And northern Czechia into Poland shows more than 300 millimeters as well, like 200 in other areas of Poland, so be careful there. Slovakia, some heavy rain too. Hungary, so be aware, those areas. Now let's see some snow maybe, the GFS. This is just a snow depth, but we can see the new accumulations later. So here, let's see, the Alps. So it shows already the snow that has fallen yesterday and today. There has already been a lot of snow. Then until Saturday shows more there in Austria and southernmost Germany, some heavier snow in spots. Then it decreases a little bit, but let's see, especially like Monday, Tuesday, this event ends. So it's like it shows as it goes along throughout the days, not like accumulation goes. Like Saturday, today into Saturday, some heavier snow on Saturday there in Austria. Then Tuesday next week it already decreases. So now the European already shows a lot of snow occurring there, and shows like some really big accumulations in Austria. So be careful. The snow plus the winds and everything might provide some dangerous conditions. And then this is Saturday. Take a look at this. The European has more than 140 centimeters of snow still to fall in those areas. This is like snow depth, so like you'll be less than this, like 120 centimeters more or something. So even the French Alps, some, but it might be very heavy in Austria there, so please be careful in Austria. Then it still shows more snow there, then it decreases next week, so be careful there. There's the Alpes too, shows the snow occurring today there throughout Austria, Germany, Switzerland and northern Italy. Then Saturday shows some heavier snow on Saturday, tomorrow, so be careful tomorrow for the Alps of Austria. Sunday shows even more accumulation there in Austria. And then Monday, Tuesday, it will decrease later next week, but it might be still some heavy snow this weekend there, so be careful. And now the actual like accumulation, the new snow that might fall. If I put this until next Tuesday, the European model has more than 158 centimeters, 136 centimeters, 160, so a lot of heavy snow there. Be careful. And for Switzerland, more in some areas as well, the Central Alps mainly, between France and Italy a little bit, but there will be some snow. The Eastern French Alps as well shows more like throughout Austria, but it will be very heavy in Austria there, so be careful. Some parts of Czechia near Germany might have a snow or two, but mainly those higher elevations there. Further south as well, especially into Croatia, there shows like some areas might get 3 centimeters of snow or 4. Between Slovenia and Croatia, some 2. In the mountains of northern Slovenia there, and even further south to Montenegro, Bosnia, shows some more scarred and isolated snow in those higher elevations there in Bosnia and Montenegro. So be aware. Romania shows a little bit more than 18 centimeters, some mountains there in Romania, around those areas, so be aware. And also shows some in the Caucasus, in Georgia, Azerbaijan, a little bit of snow. And let's see, in the Pyrenees it's not showing much, but it already has snow there a little bit. I received some images from there, so let's see, some less than 1 centimeter of snow. Some areas might get more, so nothing crazy in the Pyrenees, but you never know. In France there shows a little bit around Les Pouilles and Veille, maybe a centimeter or half a centimeter of snow. And then the GFS shows a similar thing, shows more there in Bosnia and Montenegro, even to parts of Serbia, some 6 centimeters, shows very heavy in Austria there, or more than 128 centimeters, 133 centimeters in some areas, so please be careful there. Then if you zoom in closer, shows all the way up to 170 centimeters there, so be careful if you're in those areas with slippery roads, especially if you're driving there. Some occasional blizzards like wind and snow, so be careful. Then throughout Switzerland, shows mainly eastern and southern Switzerland, central Switzerland in the Alps, and throughout French Alps and Italy too, between France and Italy, so be aware there. The Pyrenees not really showing anything crazy, and not showing anything in Romania as well, but there'll likely be a snow or two there. Further north into Czechia and Germany shows some, and there in the Caucasus, so be aware there and be careful in Austria. and those areas. There's the icon as well. It shows a smaller area of snow, but also shows a lot in Austria, Switzerland, and Italy there, and France. So be aware there, be careful with the snow and everything, and stay safe. Let's see now if we can get most of Europe here for maybe some wind gusts. So there's some gusty winds in the Mediterranean today, near France, Sardinia, near Corsica too, and near northeasternmost Spain. Some very gusty winds there, and in the Alps too, shows like very gusty winds in the Alps by the European model. Through Czechia too, Poland shows some gusty winds, and then the system approaching there, the UK and everything, might have gusty winds mainly in the water, but near the coast there might be some very strong winds too. Let's see, those reds are like 60 to 70 kilometers per hour gusts. These are just the gusts. You won't be like this the whole time, just occasionally gusting to this wind. So let's see, near Iceland shows very gusty winds close by as well from those systems, and then like near Norway as well, especially coastal areas of Norway. And let's see here, later on, like Monday, still some gusty winds near the Mediterranean, another system going to Iceland by Monday and Tuesday. Then shows some gusty wind to next Wednesday near Ukraine there in Russia, and it mainly comes down in Central Europe. We still might have a gusty wind in the Mediterranean and Norway there in the north. So be aware. And if we check a closer look here in the Alps, so today, especially in Austria, even outside the Alps, shows some very strong gusts in Austria there, into northernmost Italy as well, more than 100 km per hour gusts occasionally, and shows in Switzerland too, in Germany, some very strong gusts. So be careful there, even southern France into the Mediterranean. So some very gusty winds southern France, but parts of Austria there might be really intense, so be careful. And then let's see, we continue this, those very strong winds continue through Switzerland, Italy and Austria, and even between Czechia and Poland there show some spots of higher gusts. So be aware throughout other areas of Czechia and even to westernmost Hungary there. So be aware. And let's see, then Saturday, still some very gusty winds in Austria, especially like the eastern Alps there, and some areas outside the Alps might have some very gusty winds too, like in Vienna, close to 80 km per hour gusts occasionally. So be careful there, Saturday, tomorrow. And also in Switzerland a little bit less, but mainly in Austria and Italy there, you'll be worse. Then Sunday shows still some very strong winds there. This is just a model, just a forecast. It can change and it will change, but just to give you an idea, the Europeans show all the way to 140 km per hour gusts occasionally there by Sunday the 15th. So this will be very dangerous winds, and then by Monday it starts dissipating there, but still a gusty wind or two in the higher mountains there, but it dissipates by next Tuesday. So let's see now the Mediterranean. So today already there's some very strong winds in Italy, so be aware there. Sardinia, especially southern France there in the Mediterranean. So these winds continue, they die down a little bit in Italy, but still like northern Tunisia, Saturday might have some strong winds. Southern France, still near the Pyrenees there, especially like Monday shows like in Andorra and Spain there, some very gusty winds in the Pyrenees. So let's see further out there into Spain too, like this next Monday shows some gusty winds from northern Spain, even on the coast there, we have some higher seas too. And already on Sunday some gusty winds in the Pyrenees. Then next Tuesday still shows a gusty wind or two in France and Switzerland and southern France there, but the position of these, the locations, might still change because it's just a forecast. And then shows like near Croatia and Italy, that low pressure in the Mediterranean next Wednesday some gusty winds in Croatia and Slovenia. And yes, so be aware there, stay safe. And let's see, this was the icon now. So let's see kind of what the European is showing. So today in Austria, there is some very strong gusts, especially in the higher mountains there of the Alps. And then later by Saturday and Sunday into eastern Austria, some gusty winds, just like the icon was showing. Throughout Czechia, very gusty winds, mainly eastern Czechia, Poland too, so be aware there. And let's see here. Sunday, still some very strong winds near Czechia and Austria by Monday, late Sunday actually, and still in the Mediterranean there. Shows like some gusty winds near the Pyrenees, but mainly in southern France there. So be aware, near the seas in Spain, the Balearic Islands next Tuesday, it might be gusty as well. And it even shows in mainland France there and Switzerland some gusty winds next Tuesday the 17th. So we'll watch this, and eventually the low pressure in the Mediterranean might have a gusty wind or two in some spots there. So be aware. And now the GFS, to see the Alps. The GFS isn't a fan of wind gusts, but it does show some stronger winds too, but not concentrated like in the mountains like the other models showed. But it does show like in eastern Austria some very strong winds into Slovakia, be aware western Slovakia and Hungary as well, especially northwestern Hungary. It shows some very gusty winds, so be careful there. And then let's see, maybe here northwestern Europe, we can see those systems passing by the UK, those gusty winds. And then let's see maybe the Alps again with another model for example the Arpeggi. It shows like today some very gusty winds throughout Austria, Switzerland, mainly the mountains, and eastern Austria outside the Alps as well. And tomorrow Saturday, those stronger winds in eastern Austria there, still throughout the Alps, close to 100 km/h gusts occasionally. So you get the idea, be careful there. And let's see here kind of an estimation of the temperatures. It's still very cold there in the Alps, even during the day. Like it's now -3 there in Switzerland, in Austria, -2, so be aware. And like during the night, shows very cold as well throughout Spain, the Pyrenees, let's see France, 11 degrees, 9 degrees in Germany, and the UK there too, like 10 degrees, 8 degrees further north, so be aware. And the GFS keeps the cold there throughout the Alps until like Monday, because it will generally remain cold there because it's some very high mountains, but it will calm down by next week. So let's see the European. So it now shows in the Alps like -5, -6 in some high areas, -7 throughout the higher mountains in Switzerland, -3, -2, and other lower areas like Zurich, some 8, 9 degrees during the day now. And then at night, from today to tomorrow, shows like very cold in the southern, southwestern Alps too, -2, -4, let's see, -4, -5, and then throughout the mountains in Austria, 2, 0, -2, even the other cities like 8 degrees in Vienna, 6 degrees, and 8 degrees there. Be aware. Across Czechia, some 8 degrees, 7 degrees, even through Germany, the Netherlands, some 8, 9 degrees, and in the Pyrenees, the European is also showing like very cold, especially in Andorra, -1, let's see, -1 throughout France and Spain there, 0 degrees, so be aware there as well. In the coast, like 16, 14 degrees, but very cold in the mountains. In northern Spain too, some higher elevations there, 5 degrees, 7 degrees, so be aware, those northern mountains too. Let's see, in southeastern Europe, shows very cold in Bosnia too, and Montenegro, some 3 degrees, 4 degrees, especially in the higher elevations. And then like in Romania there, Bulgaria, especially some mountains in Romania, 2 degrees during the night and early morning, 3 degrees. Then during the day it might warm up like to some areas might get to 23 degrees outside the mountains, but the other areas still like 8 degrees, 12 degrees, 10 degrees there. And Greece a little bit warmer, and Turkey in the 20s too, but Albania, Western Greece and parts of Italy a little bit colder. So let's see, but like Monday shows like in Montenegro some possible areas of 0 degrees near northern Albania too. So be aware, especially those areas I showed the snow there might be colder in Croatia too and other areas. So be aware there. Let's see some other areas. For example, in the northern UK shows like during the morning some spots might get 6, 5 degrees and even colder. I saw some posts and stuff like with -1 degrees in some higher areas, but like 5 degrees. And let's see here, for example, today it was 0 degrees there Friday morning, but this already happened. But Saturday, tomorrow already shows a little bit warmer, but still coldish there. And then let's see, shows colder on Sunday, but nothing like today, only like 9 degrees. London shows like 8 degrees, 6 and 8 degrees in some areas there, and up to 19 during the day, but like colder at night, especially further north. So be aware there. And of course, the northernmost places like Norway still shows some very cold temperatures, maybe in the mountains, but outside the mountains too. On the coast like 9, 7 degrees, but those interior areas -1, -4, -2, -1. So be aware there in Norway, especially during the morning. And then this is Sweden, if I believe. Yes, -1 in some higher mountains there of Sweden, but nothing crazy, like 10 degrees along the coast, 7 degrees, 6 degrees, but in those higher areas there could get very cold. Then let's keep this going. Might be colder further north on Sunday, less cold in the south, but it kind of remains generally cold. Might be a little bit less early next week, but this weekend still very cold there. Later next week still shows might get colder. So be aware. In Iceland it's very cold too because of those systems, -8, -6, especially in some high elevations, but generally like -3, -7, -8, some areas there. Near the coast like 2 degrees in the capital, 3 degrees in other areas. So be aware, during the day might warm up to like 9, 10 degrees, but at night it will be colder, especially with the passage of those systems there. And then let's see, there's those systems passing near Iceland, some canyons there and like valleys, and some areas shows potentially some stronger winds near the coast as well. Like this is Saturday, tomorrow shows that system passes, strong winds on the eastern side as well. Then this other system comes by Monday, some very strong winds central Iceland, even near the sea is like 78 km/h gusts, so be careful throughout Monday. Then this leaves very strong winds and goes, but still some very gusty winds by Wednesday. This is the 18th, still shows some very gusty winds there, some rough seas too. Because of this, it might have some other systems later. For example, the waves with this near the coast shows higher too. So yeah, so stay safe there from the systems and this flooding and everything, Central Europe and the snow, the cold, and warn others, stay safe. Let's just see, there's something else important, because like in southern Spain and southern Portugal, still above 34 degrees, 31 degrees, 32, so just be aware of the heat there, southern Spain and Portugal, but nothing crazy. And stay safe there. Let's see, this is mainly it. Bye.